This is the new Milwaukee High-Speed Blower.
In North America it's the 0087, but in this part of the world it's the M18B LHSB. It's a precision blower, a high-speed blower, a little dust blower, a compact blower. So many different names for this, and it's very similar to another model that you've probably seen reviewed on this channel. If not, you can go check that out down in the description. But today we are looking at this. They're very cool tools, these, super handy, way more handy than you would ever think. And when I first got one, people thought, that's a ridiculous tool. Oh look, nice waterfally bit. But they are great tools, and they boast some very big numbers. But first we'll just have a look at some of the features of it. It has 3 speeds, 3 being the highest of course, 1, 2, 3, but also a variable speed trigger. So no matter what speed you've got on, if you've got it on speed 3, you can not super variable, not very sensitive, but it is there. As well as being variable speed and having 3 settings, it also comes with 3 of these nozzles. So we've got a 6mm short one, a 10mm long one, and one for inflating beach balls and shit like that. And the different nozzles, as you can see, come in a handy little, whatever you want to call it, a little holder here, which has magnets on the back, which is super strong. So you can stick it on the side of a toolbox, that sort of thing. You can hang it up on screws, or you can just hook it over the little loop on the top. They've thought of lots of different options there. And as for those numbers I was talking about, well, 570 miles per hour wind speed. That seems very ambitious. That's over 900 kilometers an hour. This thing is like, you know, it's like Concorde speed. Those numbers are higher than anything else around basically, but whether they're true or not is going to be a little bit hard for me to test. And they also say that it moves 1.1 meters of air per minute. But what do you actually use this for? What's the advantage of this over a standard blower? Well, they are great for cleaning out filters. They are great for blowing down your tools. They are great for blowing down yourself at the end of the day when you are covered in sawdust, when it's all through your hair, all through your clothes. Give it a good blow with one of these. Handy little tool. They have so many uses. Once you've got one, you will wonder how you ever lived without it. Now, they won't entirely replace a compressor because they don't quite have as much grunt as a full-on air compressor for blowing things down. But for a lot of the applications where you're blowing things down, you don't need that much air. If you're just blowing down your Midas saw at the end of the day before you chuck it in your van, that sort of thing, then these are super handy. Plus also blowing shit out of your car, cleaning things out from under the bonnet around your engine. Great little handy tool. Those of you who have watched this channel for a long time will be wanting to no doubt see it up against this, the Makita equivalent. So Makita was sort of the first ones who came out with one of these, and you can see this one is modeled fairly closely on the same sort of design. So I'm going to put them up against each other in a few little tests. We have a tabless 8 amp hour forge battery on the Milwaukee and the equivalent on the Makita. Now I know that this is a 36 volt tool and this is an 18 volt tool. Some of you aren't going to like that, but they're using exactly the same batteries. The 18 volt version of this is basically the same as the 40 volt. So we've got 2 tabless 21700 cell batteries, 8 amp hours at 18 volts, 8 amp hours at 18 volts, or 4 amp hours at 36 volts. So let's go back and test these against each other, because as you can see, I have run out of places to go here. Damn. Which is lighter without any accessories or battery? The Makita comes in at 840 grams and the Milwaukee feels a little lighter, 753, so nearly 90 grams lighter for the Milwaukee. When it comes to sound, they are both very noisy. This is our test subject. If you have a look on the back, we have a target and a propeller for good measure. Bit more speed, eh? And of course the air intake on the top there. It's sort of quite heavily weighted at the front so that it won't get blown off the track easily. Which track is this? Well, it's this track just here. These start through the 1 meter mark, 2 meters and 2.5, because that's the length of wood that I happen to have. We're going to start on the flat and we are going to work it up. So for proof of concept, of course, we start flat, make sure this is going to work, and then I will jack up this end, and we'll keep blowing with the 2 different blowers and just see which one can blow the furthest and maintain the, what are we going to call this thing? The Blowanator, let's call it that. The Blowanator 5000 here. We will see how far that will go and whether the Milwaukee or the Makita can sustain it at the furthest distance from the blow point. You'll see as we go along. Both batteries are of course freshly charged, and both tools will be on their highest speed, speed 3 on the Milwaukee and speed 4 on the Makita. Also, the filter area on the back has been removed on both tools, just so there's no restrictions. 3, 2, 1. Thankfully the Blowanator 5000 survived that first initial test. Now let's ramp up the ramp. Now we could do this a simple way, but of course this is the most scientific way to test any blower. We've even got a digital level and everything, so you know, you can't get more scientific than that. And we are currently on 2 degrees slope. See how they do there. So I don't think we'll go off the end this time, but might be close. Starting with the Makita. 3, 2, 1. Milwaukee in 3, 2, 1. Wow. Is that even on the camera? To just twist the camera a little bit there to get in shot. Milwaukee almost off the track. Let's give the Makita another shot or two and see if it can get any further. Makita, take 2. Makita, take 3. So after 3 attempts there with the small nozzle, you can see the Milwaukee just smashed it right just past the 2.5 meter mark, and the Makita just past the 2 meter mark. So half a meter, or about what, 20 inches difference. So Milwaukee wins that round. We're now gonna take it up a few more degrees, and I'm also gonna change the nozzles. 5 degrees this time. I'm guessing they're gonna roll back now. Makita. Milwaukee. Best of 3, Makita. Milwaukee. Milwaukee. As you can see, Milwaukee takes it at 5 degrees as well and is much more consistent. All of the tests I tried getting around the same mark, within 100 mil of each other, 4 inches, whereas the Makita all over the place. So, interesting. Let's take it up to like 10 degrees. I doubt anyone will even get to a meter now. What I'm going to do now is hold the blow. So I'm going to blow it and then hold it and see if I can keep them sitting there with the sustained blow from the blowers. First up, the Makita. So the initial blow of the Makita did fairly well, and then you can see where we managed to sustain and hold it. So can the Milwaukee match it or better it? Let's find out. Did I stick that Makita marker at the front or the back? We better just check this. So Makita again in 3, 2, 1. Indeed, it was the back. Getting pretty close together now. Let's take it up a few more degrees. 15 degrees, we are now at the proper test level for the Blowanator 5000. So let's see how the two tools compare. Makita. Milwaukee. Exactly the same on that one for sustained. Let's try some different nozzles now. As you can see, a longer nozzle now on the Milwaukee. Still a short one on the Makita, but bigger diameter. Unfortunately, they don't have ones that are the same, so it'd be good if we could have the same one on each, but ain't gonna work like that, I'm afraid. Or is it? Are they interchangeable? No. No way to put that on there. No way to put that on there. So, I'm gonna hold them at the same distance from the end of the nozzle, as much as is scientifically possible. Makita sustained large nozzle. Milwaukee. Interesting, so the Makita and the Milwaukee both doing better, I think, with those bigger nozzles, the wider, bigger holes. You'd think with the smaller holes you'd get more pressure and therefore further distance on the Blowanator 5000, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And that's basically because there's no back pressure on these things. You'll notice I didn't put them hard up against the back of the Blowanator 5000, because you do that, it just loses all power. As soon as you block off the ends of these nozzles, it doesn't blow your hand off, for instance. If you put your hand on there, it just cuts out. It can't blow the air through because there's no way to back pressure it. Anyway, because our scientific test has been quite close here at the end, I think we should do a less scientific test just to check a few more things. Makita. So the Makita topping out at about 280 grams of thrust there. Can the Milwaukee beat that? Milwaukee topping out at about the 258 mark. Let's now try them both with the original nozzles I was using. Makita. Topping out at around 150. Milwaukee doing a tiny bit better, about 154. And how about no nozzles at all? Makita there maxing out at 300. Milwaukee. Milwaukee 307. Well, these two are pretty similar, but I think we need to do one more scientific test just to know for sure. I think I know which one has a slight edge, but we need to incorporate this now. This will show who can shove against the other the most. Let's do it. We're about to have a blow of war. As you can see, the course is dead level. Don't want anybody thinking I'm biased. And the blow vessel, also known as the Blowanator 4000, will go in the center on that 1 meter mark. If it gets blown to the right, Milwaukee is the winner. If it gets blown to the left of that line, Makita is the winner. Let's go. For this test, both tools will be bare tools, and by that I mean nozzleless. Both blowers blowing 1 meter from the center mark. exciting. Look at it moving backwards and forwards. Well, it looks like, as I suspected, Milwaukee has the blow. Makita trying valiantly to come back, but Milwaukee definitely has it today. So that is the Milwaukee Mini Blower, Precision Blower, High-Speed Blower, whatever you want to call it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments if you've got one of these. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.